Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at basically the final raid of the non-stop raids. So essentially this is obviously the 7th of 7 non-stop raids that have occurred during the anniversary, and this is the final one that we will be receiving obviously as players. Now this raid is pretty much the same as the others, except we have one little bonus when it comes to the prizes, which is pretty cool. So we have a little kind of bonus here. We have some Legends limited power that you can buy from the store, which I think is a nice touch overall. But this follows the same principle as every other raid. You will receive some currency for performing in the raid. That raid will drop its own raid currency. There are bonus characters. A lot of them are obviously the summonable characters or have something to do with the theme of the character that is currently summonable, with that being Ultra Gogeta. And beyond that, that's basically it. To increase your drop rate, you want to have as many bonus characters as possible, and battle bonus characters have a offensive boost during the raid as well. There are event missions which will drop some raid medals, quite a few, so you want to focus on those, and of course there are some pretty nice prizes to get. This is also your last opportunity to obtain a raid honor, and if you haven't been keeping up with your raid honors, then unfortunately if you are not at the final step for the Legends Limited power, the 600 Legends Limited power, then you will be unable to get it. So if the Legends Limited power is not currently as an option for purchase in your store, you are unable to get it. If you see 300cc there, obviously you'll be unable to get it unless you have some saved raid honors. So that's kind of the big heads up. Obviously it's your last chance to obtain that. If you have already obtained it like me, then it's your chance to obtain a cool little title, which is pretty nice. And we have the 100 chrono crystals obviously as always, plus we have the added 100 Legends Limited Z power, which is pretty cool. Of course there are also missions as well, and these missions will drop raid medals, and these raid medals will drop based on how many limited time attempts you manage to complete throughout the course of the raid duration, which is pretty solid. So really nice stuff. This is also your last chance to realistically farm any 5th anniversary medals that you need to complete your 5th anniversary missions. So make sure that you do that as well, because it's going to be very important to make sure that you get the most chrono crystals out of this celebration. So yeah, I would definitely say that it's a very kind of like specific time, I guess, with the anniversary. Obviously it's entering its final section. There will be more events and things coming out, but for the most part you want to prioritize wrapping up some of the things that you should have been, raid honors, raid medals, anniversary medal missions, etc. Getting as many resources as you can to max out your characters as much as possible, so that you can obviously finish everything quite well. Beyond that, I would say there's nothing else too crazy to this. I would say it's pretty much a stock standard situation. You can use the red Goku Black as a great event exclusive variant of unit that you can utilize for this event. And yeah, beyond that, I think everything else is just pretty stock standard. There's not really anything too much to highlight. What I will say is, for those of you who haven't done a hyperdimensional co-op raid, then it's a great time to start getting involved, as there's still great rewards even if you only join in right at the end. So even if you miss out on the cumulative raid honor rewards, it still really is a great reward to just kind of keep going and keep pushing on this as well. And obviously beyond that, I would say the anniversary medals and things like that are also great rewards. Now obviously if you've done a hyperdimensional co-op before, you don't need to really watch this section of the video, but usually here I will kind of go over some tips and tricks that players can utilize to better improve their hyperdimensional co-op playthrough and to make things a bit easier for themselves. And number one thing that's important though is to include battle bonus characters in your support members so that you have the most chance of obtaining medals. you can search by battle bonus characters, as I showed before selecting my characters, and you're going to want to use those characters to improve your raid drops overall. Have as many as you can in the support section. Doesn't matter who you really have as your attacker, as long as they're a battle bonus character, but in your supporters section you want to have as many bonus characters as possible. This is going to make your life way easier and increase your drop rate of rewards quite substantially. Now beyond that, that's pretty much it. The goal of Hyperdimensional Co-op is to break the boss's blue shield. Once you've broken the boss's blue shield, you'll want to wait until you and your ally have a Rising Rush available at the same time, and then you're going to want to both hit the Rising Rush at the same time. This is a lot easier now because they made it so that the Rising Rush cancels the current animation, so you shouldn't really miss it. You shouldn't really not time it well enough with your ally, so you should be pretty good to go. Beyond that, I would say that's pretty much everything you need to know. Honestly, I don't think there is any major other notices to put out there. If you don't manage to defeat the boss, you can just go again. You can also intercept his attacks, which are obviously great, and then beyond that you can also of course do a dual clash, which will allow you to do a strike card or a blast card at the same time as the boss, lock them in place and have your ally join in to do additional damage. But realistically, that's it. That kind of covers everything you need to know about the raid, and covers all the rewards and everything else. It's the last raid, so really just get going and try and grab as many rewards as you can to finish up strong for the anniversary, and hopefully summon for Ultra Vegeta Blue, but if you can't, then saving them for the next banner that you really want to drop them on. But yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. Bye.